Hey, I didn't notice you. Let's hear some music, shan't we?
The compact tape player is still and silent. Seems it has completely broken down now. The machine was made in Revachol by a company called Elysium. Their logo depicts the triple-towered Delta skyline. It was supposedly built to last.
This would have been very helpful with the Megamix, but it isn't anymore.
Oh no, any ideas?
My kinema only comes with radio. Let's try to find a new tape player. Perhaps we should talk to Roy at the pawn shop. He has stuff.
And we wanted to listen, but okay. Okay, Kim. We had seen a player at the pawn shop. So let's get there. First we'll go to Fritte. We have some things collected. Well, just a little bit of money. Yeah, we'll leave here. Roy's got more. We have all the time in the world. Not really, but we could maybe. Fritte. Come on, we don't have time to lose. We have time to win, Kim. We feel so much better. I feel so much better after giving up the drugs and the alcohol.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
40 cents. It's best. It's great. Now let's get to Roy. I think the thing was extremely expensive, but we need to have it. We will literally not do anything further to progress if we cannot listen to the tape. They are not giving us a tape recorder. You know, I have my badge now. What does our badge say, by the way? The badge. Postcard. Red dyed fuel oil. It looks like paint. Yes, we can do that too now. The postcards. We have. Oh, that's us. Look at that. Ha! Thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing you see a man stare back at you, a younger version of you, already disintegrating inside, but still presentable on the outside. And this? Requires a boombox. Roy. Wait. There's the boombox.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox,
I think the price is going
down. Harmon Waushi stares at you longingly.
Can I get a discount?
Real eyes.
Can I get a discount on the boombox? A police discount?
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
Remember, he doesn't like music. He likes sounds. The Doorgunner Megamix is his type of tape. Certainly, he'd give you a discount if he knew you'd play something so experimental.
I'm not just doing any police work. I've got the Doorgunner Megamix here, an era-defining work. Let's do for real.
4 real is offensively low, but just this once. For the music, concrete, cop.
Thanks for the discount, man. Here's the money for the boombox.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Thanks. We'll play it here if you have nothing against it. The Doorgunner Megamix.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Play it. You push Commencer and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Some kind of machinery, a loud screech.
The harbor. That's the sound of a Valson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice one. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
A click, then silence. The rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
What was that at the very end? Silence.
End of recording.
What do you
It
think?
seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
But he did say he's going to do it. You can't edit words into someone's mouth.
Indeed, but
The lieutenant looks at the tape. You're familiar with his look now. It's his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
What's this
Corty
Corty?
could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work,
And what's
a
Kohoi?
village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay, then what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Indeed. So he doesn't like music? But we'll try
The
this
porter
out.
reel is just what you needed. The reels attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Press play.
Press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Keep the porter reel at the harmless distance and wait.
Then the organ starts playing, a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune.
It's the one for karaoke.
A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
I could have sing this for karaoke. I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What is that?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Yeah, that's what we have to do. Yeah, we should get to Garty. also about you, Mr.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Any recording
The
still?
Coldima Madakwa. Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
I've been thinking of quitting the RCM and becoming a cryptozoologist.
How interesting. Well, it's been a long while since I've gone hunting for the Coldima Madakwa. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead.
Get to the... Do you have any recordings here
I'm
now?
not sure. I wasn't even sure about our old recordings, which I no longer have. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for. Would you like to hear?
Yes! He starts rummaging through some tapes behind the counter.
Do we really have time for this?
Spin that bird song.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make
Yeah, I know.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside you. Not
It was
good,
too dangerous.
not good. You're about to start suffocating. You have to stop this. There's a growing sense of dread.
Stop.
He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse seabirds most likely.
Golf.
and skewers, but
He raises a pointer finger and inclines his head towards the speakers, a new high-pitched shivering
The
sound.
low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
you know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the Coldima Madakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong
Okay.
photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
Indeed. Indeed. Avoiding death is so hard. It's also... moving. Moving. Let's get moving. Classy is our next lead, isn't she? Maybe Annette?
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Who's the woman?
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit
Is
distressed.
she your own?
No, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot.
Why is she so distressed still?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
Okay, see you around. She's waiting for her husband still. I'll say hi to Kuno and then we'll go to Klaasje. Hey Kuno.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Kuno has nothing new. The king. King Kuno. Let's get out of here. Let's ask Klaasje. I think that's a very great idea. An absolutely super good idea, even though we're really in danger. Yes, Kim. And someone at night, we got to take these boots. Let's get out of here. Now.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
She leans back against the railing. Terrace Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
A smile flits across her face.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
She arcs her brow. Yeah, that are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks up the cup.
Did he say
yeah.
whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Well, Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Do you think he was trying to scare people?
No. I'm pretty sure he did all those things. And then had to internalize them to keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Coping mechanism.
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminese conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into
What?
one person, then cast in Norani's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. Sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Hold on, he said he was mentally done. That sounds like a broken man to me.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality.
You like this kind of
We're all
stuff.
scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim? Like some juicy details?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
Lieutenant writes it down in his notebook.
It just occurred to me, colleague. We still haven't performed the field autopsy on the deceased.
Yeah, I know,
The
man.
questions I have assume some kind of foreknowledge on our part. I suggest we go and perform it now, and return once we've brought ourselves up to date.
But I have questions.
All right, but quickly. She has endured that sight long enough. It's time for us to do our duty.
He nods toward the
The
yard.
young woman nods in silent approval, then feeds herself another cigarette.
Let's talk more about the
Not my favorite
assault.
topic.
Okay.
But okay. How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
Your room.
Yeah?
You have quite a collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
She says without any discernible irony.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
Be cool. It was quite impressive. How did you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not
Takes a
exactly
drag.
the anti-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
The collection includes Nacra, an opioid antagonist.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
His tone isn't aggressive, just inquisitive.
Better safe than sorry.
She takes a drag and smiles. That's all as far as that goes.
Very
then.
funky.
She takes a drag, looking you straight in the eye. Where does that door lead to? Point to the door on the roof.
You tell me, officer. I've been trying to open it, in case the contamination gets to the roof and I have to move on. No luck.
Other questions
All right.
for you? All right. But now we have to see if we can open
The
this.
same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Ah. I mean, I think we could, maybe should, maybe would paint now. We could also not do this, though. Not yet. Let's get back to where it all started. The whirling in rags. You know, I think we'll see each other later. Maybe I'll just have a drink or something. Who knows, eh, Kim? A drink, a sip of coffee. A sip of dark, dark coffee at night, like a black hole that will make the light shine inside you. See you soon and happy gaming. This is Immanuel Can, signing out. Happy gaming.